So now this code is starting to make a little bit more sense. Fill Y. Don't really know what's going on here. So the screen coordinate I understand. This color we're going to call background color, right? And then plop that there, plop that there. Okay. And fill Y. A, B, and F. I'm not sure. So A, B, these are two values that we want to interpolate between, right? That's what a mix does. Okay, so we're fract of X. So I don't quite understand why this is happening. Let's figure out what's happening in the mirror tile. So we grab the coordinate and we apply a zoom. Yep, that's fine. Then we say if the coordinate times a half, okay. Whoa, that's so cool. Oh my god, I love that. Oh man. Okay, so they got that there. Oh, I think that's my new texture. Oh, I love that. It's like Aztec. It's like psychedelic Aztec. Oh my god, yes. Let's just copy that for later, just in case we forget what we're doing. Let's bring up my note-taking app. Sorry, one moment. So, Aztec psychedelic. Okay. I kind of just want to leave it like that. So this is sort of like our zigzag interval, right? So if our zigzag interval is bigger than 1, okay, so I'm going to call this value here our zigzag interval. Float. Zigzag. Horizontal interval. Horizontal interval equals 0.5, right? And then that can be that. Okay, and if it's greater than, so this is more of our, so if we say like 0.1, okay, so 0.5 I guess is just half. Maybe just call that half. Okay, and then if the x coordinate plus equals 0.5, okay, so that's essentially, that's halfway. Okay, and then what do we do here? So the x coordinate is going to get, okay. So this is going to be our zigzag symmetry, right? And that's going to be 0.5 if we want it to be perfectly symmetrical. Okay, and then that's going to be like 2. Okay, so putting this at 0 starts to look quite a lot like what we had on our side. Okay, so our zigzag symmetry is that value, and that's quite interesting as well. So that's starting to look like what we had here. So this mirror tile is how I think is the missing piece of our logic. Okay, so what is this exactly? Okay. Ah, I see. So that's sort of like, if you look, sort of like a band of color that's occurring horizontally. So float, zigzag. I'm just going to call it banding. Is 1.0, right? And that can be zigzag banding. Okay. So now we've got rid of all these magic numbers out of our shader. We can start thinking about what's actually happening in this function. So the zoom is obvious, right? What's happening with the zoom. And then we're going to say, well, we're going to figure out our horizontal interval, right? And we're going to times our y value by that interval. So if we want our horizontal interval to be a bit smaller, whoa, that's quite buggy. Okay, so essentially it's creating those like bands of white between those lines, right? That's quite cool as well. So it's like 0.5, right? Yeah. Okay, so what we're doing is we're gonna times it by the horizontal interval, and then if the fractional value is, that's like halfway, okay. And then essentially we're just gonna move the coordinate by half. So we're gonna move the coordinate half, and the y coordinate, oh I see, that's okay, that's quite easy to implement, right? So mirror tile isn't really what we care about here. Okay, so I'm going to copy some of these values into Godot. Okay, so that's essentially zoom. 3.14618, is it? I can't remember pi. Pi. 1 4, oh yeah, 1 4, let's just do this whole thing. Shows you how long it's been since I've taken a calculus class. Or geometry class. Okay, so that's going to be a const. Right? Okay, and I guess zigzag shape. You can turn it out const. Yeah. In fact, this can be a uniform, I think. Okay, this can be a uniform as well. So we can start playing with these values in the Godot code. Uniform. In fact, all of these are uniforms, I think. So what I want to do is actually bring out some of these values based on the audio bus values. So like as the music pulses, I want the zigzag to move in time with the music. I might just call this interval. I think that makes sense. Shape, banding, halfway, call this like halfway is fine. Okay, cool. And I think we don't even need pi because unlike other shader languages, Godot just gives you that shit because like it's pi and you're gonna want pi, right? Everyone wants pi. Okay. Okay, so let's run through. So essentially, this is the shift that we want, right? And I'm not going to call it mirror tile. I'm going to call it adjust chord, right? And that is going to be scale. And that is just cool. All right. So this adjust chord, what we can do is we can just say that adjust chord is like that. And then I don't think we need all of this. Okay. And I guess our scale is way too big. Okay. So that essentially, I'm not even sure whether we need a lot more of this. Turn. Ooh. Okay. So we don't need this stuff. This is the adjust chord, and in fact, this should probably times the time scale equals chord time scale times zigzag shape, right? And just simplify that code. Why are you complaining? Oh yeah. Okay. So that's essentially that first line, and then I'm not sure exactly what we're doing here, but we can probably just emulate it here.